Hi everyone, welcome back. I thought I'd do a quick review of my Creality Ender 5 Plus, kind of a large format printer, which is the only printer I've ever owned. And I'm just a hobbyist, but I've still ran probably 30 to 40 spools of PLA Plus is about all I really use, but the 1.75, it's basically, I haven't done anything to it, just a few basic mods, and this is just kind of my thought of what I think of the printer. So if you're into 3D printing, this is probably a good video to kind of watch if you're thinking about getting into it. So anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, and here we go. Alright, so I'm all done with this design, and now I want to say foosball automatic scorekeeper.
You attach it to a vacuum hose, kind of sucks your hair up into it.
Well, about a little over 2 years ago, I purchased this printer, and it's been pretty good. Took a little bit of a learning curve to learn how to use it. Basically, the only thing I used, probably like most people when they first get their 3D printer, is Thingiverse. And Thingiverse has thousands of free source designs that you can print, and I've printed all kinds of stuff off of there when I first had it, when I first started using it. You know, I printed like this little Dremel drill bit holder, which I think is pretty cool. I also printed this this in yellow PLA. I thought, well, I'm going to print this. Thingiverse had kind of holds a smartphone, and it holds your Apple Watch for a docking station. So I printed that, did a back scratcher. I did all kinds of stuff before I started messing with Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is really when I started going crazy. So here's some of the designs that I've done over off of Tinkercad. So after having it for over 2 years, the only thing that I have replaced is I replaced the extruder. It wasn't pulling the filament up anymore. It was just kind of stripped out or was sliding. Wasn't working very good. So I got a better extruder. I'm on my third Capricorn Bowden tube that runs between the extruder and the hot end. I did get a new tube there a couple of times, and I think made it a little bit too short, but it still works. And you can see I've got a hanger. I didn't like the way the wire kind of dragged across the back when the printer was moving. So I kind of have a hanger just kind of holding the wire out of, you know, so it doesn't continue to rub on the wire. And the other thing I did is they have springs for the bed. I put silicone spring instead of the regular spring. I don't know if I needed to do that or not, but every time I went to adjust the bed, it didn't seem to hold the position as well. And the silicone seems to hold the position a little bit better. Sometimes I can do at first, it would print pretty good, going from one print to the next. But for the most part, between each print, I had to basically level the bed out, where you would kind of run a piece of paper under 4 points in the center to make sure that that everything was fine for the depth. And that was about the biggies for me for running and keeping this printer running correctly. And so I use Tinkercad. Tinkercad, you could do just about anything on Tinkercad, and it's a great CAD program for beginners, which is what I am and probably will always be, at least. I haven't found anything I can't do on Tinkercad. I know I make a lot of different inventions. Of course, I make a lot of inventions that don't seem to catch on, that maybe I'm the only one that wants it. And like, here's one of the inventions I made, which is a camera slider. There are multiple 3D printed parts, and you can see I made a couple of them. I made one out of the yellow PLA Plus, and then I sold that camera slider. Then I had I wanted to make a better one, variable speed, and just a better design, more portable. So I made all new 3D Tinkercad parts for it. And I mean, it's amazing how strong PLA is. I use most of my CAD designs are at about 80% fill. So I don't even make them as strong as they can be. And I've used 80% making L brackets and you name it, and it seems to be really strong for me anyways. So but for the most part, it is still running strong, still works like it was new to me. I do maintain it. I'm going to tell you what I use for the screw that runs up and down. It gets dirty, and it was squeaking quite a bit, and I was using kind of a silicone kind of a lubricant, and that didn't seem to work. I used WD-40, still was squeaking. And what I used, but this is just what I used, was bicycle chain lube, which is basically a silicone lubricant as far as I know. And since I've used it, it runs much better, no more squeaking, and it runs really smooth. And so I keep it pretty clean. This is still the original print bed from when it was new. Still works fine. I clean it with like a rubbing alcohol, and I pretty much keep it clean. I don't cover it up, but when I'm not using it, but I definitely, before I use it, I make sure I clean it all up and make sure it works fine. I would recommend it. It's a large format printer. Prints about 12 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches roughly. So you can print a pretty large area on this. I think one of the most popular printers out there would be the Ender 3. They're a lot more inexpensive. I think you can pick those up under $200. The Ender 5 Plus, they're about $500, maybe a little more now. And it just, I wanted something that I could print larger prints if I wanted, and something that would allow me to, just kind of have a little bit more flexibility with it. So anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the like. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned. I've got more good stuff coming up, hopefully, on some inventing and some repairing and who knows what all. So anyways, thanks again, and we'll see you real soon.